And so it was.
So, does everyone understand that this club's still the way it is?
All three of the girls in question looked down in disappointment. Monica does too. She was part of the problem after all, even if she doesn't care to admit it. She seems to be thinking a moment, and she speaks up.
I'm sorry I stopped at you two, Hallie and Sayori. I really shouldn't have. In fact, I should have listened to you the first time around. And I'm sorry for yelling at you, Yuri.
I'm a bit taken aback. Didn't expect that one out of Monica, but I guess there's a first time for everything. I guess that means I should also man up and take responsibility. Here goes. I suppose I have to apologize too. I didn't cause this after all. Natsuki steps forward.
Well, you both need to stop being so hard on yourself. It's dumb. It's not either of your fault, so stop feeling so guilty about it. I'm the one.
Through the rushing of her words and the shakiness of her voice, it's clear Natsuki struggles to apologize. Sayori comes up and wraps her arms around Natsuki.
I forgive you, Natsuki. And you too, Monica. And Hallie. It's not that big a deal, as long as we're all still friends, right?
Natsuki looks up.
Yeah. The club might not have more members, but at least we have us.
Yuri stops looking at the floor and begins to speak up.
I like the club better this way. I know you wanted more members, Sayori and Monica, but I don't really. It's great to be just us, where we all like each other just the way we are, and don't have any real drama. Besides, if there's 5 of us and we sometimes argue, imagine if there were more.
Sayori thinks for a second in action I rarely see out of her.
Oh, I don't know. We're members of our currently original members don't like that idea. I guess I agree with you guys.
Monica takes a look at everyone and processing this. She seems to connect with this idea.
I guess it's settled then. No more members, huh? Okay, everyone. I wish the club as good as it is. Absolutely. I don't mind this. That's great with just you guys. I wouldn't change this for anything. Alright, then let our tube stays how it is. Well, no problems this week. Take it as a show of good faith for me, I guess. Well, thanks, Monica. Oh, well, alright. Oh god, nothing to worry about that.
Yuri looks at me. I smile. She returns it, and we all leave the club. Me and Yuri leave together.
Honey, am I going to your house this Sunday?
I'd love to have you. She blushes. I'm so ready for Sunday. It's 7th hour, and I'm ready for it to be over, so Literature Club can begin already. Speaking of Literature Club, I'm worried about Yuri. It's been 3 days since the festival, and 2 since the club talked about it, but it seems to have still hit Yuri pretty hard. She's been even less confident than normal ever since that day. I'll have to talk to her about it. I walk into the room. My literature class is fun, but it drags on when you're waiting for school to end. I walk to my desk only to be surprised by who's sitting in the back of the room. It's Yuri, reading a book I don't think I've seen before. I walk up and tap her on the shoulder. She looks up from her book at me.
Hallie, you're in this class. I thought you didn't have a liking for literature. This is a 3rd year class.
Well, I'm not that into literature, but I skipped first year. The way it sounded, that class would be worse than taking a higher level one. So I'm here. How have we not noticed each other before? She stops to think.
Well, we likely did. It's just that we didn't acknowledge each other. After all, we weren't familiar with each other at the time.
That makes sense. Come to think of it, I do remember Yuri being here. At least it seems. It's one of those things where now you think you remember it, even if in reality you don't. Except now I have no idea whether I know how to do. Well, I'll take your word for it. Well, is anyone sitting next to you?
Nope.
She says that rather sadly. Well, then I will. Besides, it's what a boyfriend would do, right? They say the word boyfriend with a bit of a mocking tone. It's always been kind of stupid to me. How we have to proclaim that we're dating every few minutes. However, her face goes red.
Yeah, I suppose. Here's them.
She seems nervous about something. I sit next to her just in time for class to begin. The teacher begins to drone on about this and that, mainly talking about how today we're getting a day to work on a project that we were apparently supposed to be doing. For me, that means one thing. I can get into my normal routine of sleeping through this class. I place my arms on my desk and rest my head in them. I was just about to nod off when Yuri questions me.
Hallie, you're falling asleep.
Yeah, I was trying to. She looks shocked. I've kind of forgotten that she's not Sayori and wouldn't be used to this from me. She questions me.
What? Don't you want to get a good grade on the project?
I scoff. Unless it's going to change the C- I have in here, I think I'm good.
C-? Hallie, do you need help?
I stop to consider this. On the one hand, I might impress Yuri if I take my studies seriously, and it might be fun to work together. On the other, it seems like an unbearable amount of work. In the end, I decide to not be a lazy loser. Anyway, we'll check both options. Sure, why not? We can start by telling me what this project is. Her shock only increases.
You don't know? Hallie, how much of this class did you sleep through?
Most of it, actually. School is tiring, all right. Gosh, you wonder why you have a C-. The look of concern she gives is worrying to me.
Alright, well, perhaps I can still salvage the situation. How good are you at research?
I don't have a clue. She looks even more worried.
Well, alright. Let's start with the topic of the paper then. Which task were you assigned?
I pull out my paper. Explain the overarching themes of the current novel, it says. Supposed to put the comma inside of the quotes.
Did you read the book, Hallie?
No.
That might be a bit of an issue. Here, let me give you a quick rundown.
With that, she begins to explain the important parts, characters, and themes of the book. For a school-assigned book, she seems really into it. All of her nervousness and concern disappear as she closes her eyes and thinks about the novel. The way she's able to perfectly explain every detail, and her confidence in every word she states, it's truly different. By the time she's done, I could only stare.
Did I do something wrong? Why are you staring like that?
Oh, you didn't do anything, don't worry about that. You seem so confident talking about the book. I'm impressed.
Oh, thank you. Books are a lot easier to talk about because I know them cover to cover, almost literally. Trying to talk about myself or other people, it's a different story.
Hey, I guess you need help reading people and I need help reading books. Seems like a symbiotic relationship to me.
Well, hopefully we can both help each other with time. Now, did that help you find some ideas on what to write?
I nod and look down to begin writing, but I still can't help but consider what I had said. What if I helped Yuri gain confidence? She clearly needs it, and it wouldn't seem too hard. I'm pondering on this when, to my surprise, the bell rings. I don't think I've ever been awake for the final bell. I was just about to walk out when Yuri looks at me apprehensively.
Do you want to walk to the literature club together?
Sure! And with that, we make our way to the literature club, walking and talking together. And when we walk in, the usual scene greets us. Screw that club meeting. Anyway, let's pick the wrong thing now and see what happens. Yuri, I'll be fine. Honestly, a C is a passing grade anyway. Focus on your paper, your grade's important. She looks at me worriedly and begins to open her mouth to speak. In the end, she goes back to writing her own paper. She starts to write the first paragraph effortlessly. I decide that now is the time to check out. I put my head down and doze off. I wake up to an emptied classroom and Yuri tapping me on the shoulder. Oh, and apparently it's the same from there. Or is it? Well, let's find out. Okay. So yeah, seems like a pretty obvious choice for this first one. I'm down with it. I'm prepared for it not to matter at all. It's Sunday and time for Yuri to show up. This is our first date since the one we had the day before the festival. I'm admittedly kind of nervous here. I can mess things up a lot. The anticipation doesn't let me wait, and I'm watching the door expectantly. Lucky for me, Yuri shows up rather quickly. I go to answer the knock at the door.
Hello, Hallie. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too, Yuri. Please, come in.
Thank you.
She's holding our book as usual. She steps inside and begins to walk upstairs. We're almost done, huh?
Yes, I suppose we are. Only about 30 pages left. We certainly got a lot done last week, huh?
You're not wrong. Anyway, let's get to it, huh?
Sure.
She sits on my bed. I sit to the right of her. We're positioned parallel to how we were that first day of the literature club. Yuri seems a bit more comfortable this time. We get started on reading, slowly getting into usual routine. I begin to notice that as we get closer to the end, Yuri begins to tear up. The scene is fairly emotional, but I've never been one to cry about these kinds of things. I attempt to comfort her by putting my arm around her in a bit of a side hug. She's confused at first, but calms down a bit and goes back to reading. By the last 2 pages of the novel, she's lightly sobbing. I turn to her. Yuri.
Oh, Hallie. I'm sorry. Sometimes these books get to me, you know. It seems stupid when I say it out loud, but sometimes a good story can really twist your emotions around.
Don't worry, I get what you mean. I just wanted to make sure you're alright, that's all. I agree that this part of the book is really sad.
You wanted to check on me? I'm alright, don't worry.
Of course I did. I wanted to make sure you're okay. I care about you, you know.
Thank you, Hallie. That's extremely sweet.
I smile at her, and through light tears, she smiles back. We finish the book, and with that, it's over. We both sit there silently. I can tell both our minds are racing with thoughts about what we just read.
Did you like the book, Hallie?
Well, let's find out. In a second. Tell you disliked it. It was alright. I still don't like books very much, though.
Well, okay. I guess I can't force you to like something anyways. At least we tried, huh?
That's a good way to look at it. You want to do something else? The day is still young.
Well, I don't really know. There's nothing else for us to do.
Let's see. We could watch some TV. Yuri seems disappointed, but hides this feeling in her voice.
Oh, alright. That works, I guess.
I grab the remote and turn the TV on. I turn it to some action movie and sit and watch with Yuri for the next few hours. Right when the credits roll, the sun begins to set and Yuri gets ready to leave.
I have to get going now, actually. Goodbye, Hallie. Even if you didn't like it, thank you for reading with me. It means a lot.
We say our goodbyes and Yuri leaves. I notice that even now I still can't tell her I love her. I might not be as shy as Yuri, yet I still lack the confidence even after all this time. That sucks. At least she doesn't mind. Alright, pretty confident that was the wrong choice, so let's load it up and tell her I liked it. It was good. I enjoyed it. Thank you for showing it to me.
That's really good to hear. I want to do this again sometime.
I do as well. I hope you have another book like that, because I can't wait to read it.
Well, I do have quite a few. I'll pick a good one out tonight. For now, is there something you wanted to do before I left? There's still quite a few hours left.
You can watch something on TV. You like horror, right?
Sure, I love horror movies. What's on?
Well, let's see. I grab the remote and turn on the TV and start to flip through the channels. After a little while, I got to a channel playing a film called DVD, and Yuri stopped me.
Oh, that's a good one. Would you like to watch this?
Sure, I don't mind. We missed a few minutes, but overall it's nothing important. Yuri seems to enjoy it, but I'm terrified. I eventually get to a point where I end up laying in Yuri's lap, cowering.
Hallie.
I realize what I did and quickly move away.
I guess it's my turn to ask. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I was just a bit scared for a second. I'm good now, though, honestly. What was that?
I actually really liked that, by the way, so you can go back if you want.
What? You said that a bit quick, Yuri.
I didn't really mind. You just startled me is all. You can move back if you want.
Well, if you think so. I move back and Yuri puts her hand on top of my head. We stay in this state, getting back into the movie, and I can tell she's enjoying this. I am as well. Her content sighs really makes something about this feel good. After a little while, the movie ends, and we stay like this until Yuri finally begins to shift.
Sorry, but I have to leave now. I feel bad, but I should be home before things get dark. If that's alright.
Don't worry about it. Hey, I'm glad you came over. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, Hallie.
We say goodbyes and skip some bit of text. It's Sunday again, and my excitement could not be higher. Yuri spent nearly all of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday talking about last week. And Thursday and Friday of how she's excited for today. I hear a knock on my door. I get up and go to answer it and see Yuri with a book in her hand.
Hi, Hallie. Ready to hang out together again?
Of course. Come on in. Yuri's being her usual self.
So, I brought another book for us to read.
Oh, great. Sounds like fun. Here, have a seat.
Thanks.
I point over to my couch and she sits down. I'm about to sit down as well when she asks me a question.
This might sound odd, but do you have things to make tea here?
You could check the kitchen right over there.
Oh, okay then.
I lead her to the kitchen. She slowly and delicately opens each cabinet until she finds the tea set. I didn't even know I had it, but I've also never looked. I grab the kettle and fill it with water. I normally use it for cooking as an easy way to heat up water, but this is its intended purpose. Ooh, that smells nice. Oh, hold on. This is it is intended purpose.
It's dandelion tea. It has a sweet scent with a bit of a tart taste. I thought it would be a nice addition to our reading session today.
I see, I'm sure it will be. Once the tea is finished, she pours some for us and we go back to the couch. I take a seat next to her, putting my teacup on a nearby table. She begins to scoot closer to me. She settles in, I hold the book, and we pick up where we left off. It's only 1 or 2 pages in when I start to hear steady rainfall and Yuri pipes up.
This is perfect. Tea, rain, a good book. And my boyfriend next to me.
She has a hard time calling me her boyfriend. You're right, this is great. What a way to spend a day together, huh?
Yes, thanks for inviting me, Hallie.
Thanks for coming, Yuri. This is half of your effort, too.
I suppose. Shall we continue?
I smile, nod, and turn back to our current read. I get invested in the book, but Yuri seems to be gauging my reaction note to it. I figure it's a chapter she read already, so I turn the page of my own volition. I notice that as I get to certain parts or to certain characters, she seems to get nervous. Almost as if she wants to know how I react to their actions. It seems she might identify with this character a bit. I've not even noticed how much worse the storm has gotten until the power suddenly goes out.
Hey!
I resist the urge to laugh at Yuri's shock, take out my phone, and turn on its light. Yuri looks at me in disappointment.
Looks like we won't get much reading done now, huh?
Well, I don't mind holding this up. As long as I pointed at the book, we'd be fine.
Good idea. I don't know how I didn't think about that.
Yuri stutters still, although less from nervousness and more from the temperature. The power outage must have blown the heater out. It's not gonna get cold that fast! I get an idea. Wait, here, I'll be right back. I'm going to get some blankets.
Okay then, be careful.
I go upstairs to the linen closet. I look and see that I only have one blanket. It makes sense, but it doesn't help me much. I walk back down with it.
Did you manage to find any?
Yep, I got them. Here you go. I hand Yuri the blanket.
Oh, thank you.
She puts it on, then looks at it and back at me.
Where's yours?
I only have the one. I don't mind, though. I'm not all that cold. As if my body wanted to call me out on my lying, I sneeze immediately after. Oh, come on, dude.
Bless you.
Thanks. She takes the cover off herself and holds it out to me.
Here, seriously, take it. I would rather have you use it anyway.
Or I have an idea of suggesting that we share it, but would that be weird? How would she react to me saying that? I think about it, but in the end, why would you not? Like, seriously. Refuse! Take it, Yuri, seriously. I won't sneeze on you, I promise. She seems to think about it for a moment.
Okay, but I'd hate to see you sick.
If you need it, tell me, alright, I said in my inner monologue. Okay. With that, she takes one last distraught look at me and turns back to the book. I do the same. It's only when the chapter is finally coming to a close, when the rain stops and she's ready to leave.
Oh, so the rain stopped. I suppose I should go home now.
Alright then, well, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I walk Yuri to the door.
I did, very much so. Thank you, Hallie.
You're welcome. Same thing next Sunday?
Of course. I really did love this. Are we going to really do this every Sunday?
She avoids eye contact, shy as always. I, however, jump at the opportunity. Sounds just fine by me. See you tomorrow?
Yeah. See you then.
With that, she leaves. Alrighty. Alright, hold on.